Hello everybody, how are we doing today? Welcome to my outdoor barbecue area at our apartment complex in Arizona. I figured it'd be fun to do it outside today instead of heating up our apartment, cooking inside. So here we are. It's 93 degrees outside. It's been beautiful all day. It still cools down at night, so we can't complain just yet about the heat. Hello Tori, how are you? I hope everyone is doing great. I am doing well. Got back from Rhode Island on Tuesday. Had a bunch of fun there celebrating my best friend's baby that's soon to be. So we had a baby shower and things like that in Rhode Island. And now I am back and I'll be doing my shows again. There will be a lot of vacations on and off over the next couple of months. Our summer is really crazy with Rory and I bouncing back and forth for work. I'm just going to share this video a couple of places. If you guys want to share it as well, that is always appreciated. And then just make sure you leave a reaction on the post to get entered into the giveaway at the end of the show. Looks like my kids are out here playing around looking for each other. It looks like my comments aren't going to come up today, so I'm going to have to figure out a way that I can see the comments. I don't know why my Facebook does that to me every once in a while, but I will hopefully eventually get it figured out. But there will be a giveaway at the end of the show. You do have to be present to win, so don't forget that part. And whoo, the flies out here are gonna give me a run for my money. Hello Dad, Mary Ann, Sasha. Good, Sherry, I'm glad you got your things. Hello Rose, how are you? Hello Twyla, Carrie, hello Eileen and Cassidy, Abby, Danielle, Paula, Susan, Tracy, hello Buffy. I am good, you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Hello Carol in Montana. Hopefully you guys are having better weather than you have in the last couple of weeks. So like I said when I first signed on, we are outside, grill side at my apartment complex. So this is actually a public grilling space. So I am just borrowing it. Sasha, I am so good. Cindy, I'm glad you have got to catch me live. Hello, Crystal and Candace. Hello, Brooke. I hope you guys are all doing so awesome right now. Like I said, the comments aren't coming up on my phone, but I do have the iPad here, so I will do my best to be checking in on you guys while I am cooking. We are going to get started right away. For this recipe, you want about 1.5 pounds of steak. You can use whatever steak you like. Some of the options you can use ribeye, tenderloin, strip loin, strip steak, or a flank steak. It doesn't have to be a super expensive steak since we are cutting it up, marinating it, and cooking it on this skillet instead of a grill. You can sometimes use the lower quality steaks and they will still come out very juicy and flavorful. We just did a New York strip steak from the butcher at the grocery store here. I had them cut it for me. When it says cut it against the grain, you just want to look at this. Do you see how those lines run that way? You just want to cut it the opposite way. It helps the steak stay together when it's cut into strips. So we're going to add our 1.5 pounds of steak to our bowl, and then we're going to get it ready to marinate by throwing in some soy sauce, some olive oil, hot sauce, and fresh cracked pepper. We're gonna let it sit while we cook our potatoes. We are gonna have to cook our potatoes first since they do take longer to cook, but we are gonna do this. So we're gonna do 1/3 cup of soy sauce. You can use coconut aminos if you prefer that over soy sauce, or if you have an allergy of any kind. Coconut aminos taste just like soy sauce. It just has a different makeup for those of you that are allergic to soy and things like that. So 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Pour that in there. A tablespoon of olive oil. I am just going to kind of eyeball it with the olive oil. drizzle that in there. I use extra virgin olive oil. You can use whatever you prefer flavor-wise. We want a tablespoon of Sriracha. I am just going to kind of squeeze a little bit in there. I don't want it too spicy for my kiddos, so if you don't like spice, leave the Sriracha out. You don't need it, but it will be spicy if you add it. Some fresh cracked pepper. And then, like I said, we're just going to let this sit. I'm going to kind of roll it around and make sure that that marinade gets on all sides of the steak, and then we're just going to leave it there to marinate. Hello, Nini, how are you? Hello, Miranda. Beverly, hello. Hello, Thelma, how are you? Philip, Paula, Christy, hello you guys, Brooke, David, Philip, Cayenne, hello you guys, hello from Canada. All right, so we have our steak marinating, and now we are going to move on to our potatoes. So what I did, you just need a pack of the little golden, oh, what do they call them here? Baby yellow potatoes. Ours were called something else. We're going to just take them and quarter them. I'm going to quarter them lengthwise so that they look like a potato wedge. Just cut up your potatoes. Make sure you rinse them off first. If you like a red potato, you can replace it in this recipe. I believe the red potatoes cook a little bit faster than the golden, but they all cook a lot faster than a russet potato. So if you do switch it out for a russet potato, you will need to cook them quite a bit longer on your skillet. I am doing this outside on the grill, but I forgot to mention you can do this on your stovetop just with this skillet or a cast iron like I have here. I have my cast iron pan, and I just have it on the grill. My grill is on low flame. You want medium to high heat, but you don't need your flames up super high for your cast iron to get to the temperature you need it to be able to cook these potatoes. You want to be careful because you don't want to burn them on the outside and not have them tender on the inside. Hello, Derek and Janet. Hello, Lacey and Teresa. So I'm just cutting up my potatoes here. And then we'll be ready to go. My allergies are crazy out here. I can already tell I'm going to be sneezing a lot. The plants out here are way different than the ones in North Dakota, and they're blooming a lot sooner than anything in North Dakota. So allergy medicine has become my best friend since we moved here. Here we go. Got our potatoes all cut up. The smaller you cut them, the quicker they will cook. So just keep that in mind as you're dicing them. If you have small ones like mine and you just want to cut them in half and not into quarters, you can definitely do that to not be kind of rushing around as they cook too fast. Hello, thank you, Susan. Oh, Cece, that would be so fun. Hello, Deborah, I am well. How are you? So we've got our potatoes here. We are going to add in a tablespoon of olive oil to our pan and a tablespoon of butter. I just am eyeballing the olive oil. I've never been mad about too much olive oil. Oh, it's so warm outside. It made my refrigerator cold butter completely soft, and I just smushed it. So, tablespoon of butter, like I said, olive oil and butter, the more the better. I will never be disappointed if there is too much butter. So just olive oil and butter. Once it's melted, we are going to add our potatoes in there. What I love about using cast iron is you can use metal on it and not worry about it. You don't have to worry about the underside of your pan on this grill. We've done shrimp in it, potatoes, steak, pork chops, you name it. You can do it out here on the grill, and then you're not heating up your house, which is really nice if you live in a warmer state like we do now. not having to heat up your inside of your house while you are cooking. Throw those taters in there. Kind of flatten them all out like so. And then let them cook. And while they are cooking, I am going to get some of our other stuff ready for our steaks. I like to put them at least one skin side up or to the side so that the flesh of it isn't what's on the pan. Turn my heat up a little bit. Get those taters on there. All right. Hard to see the flame under here. All right, so I have that turned up. We are going to cook our wedges for about 4 minutes, another 4 minutes until they're fork tender. We are gonna get our other things ready, some of our fresh herbs and stuff. I'm just trying to make sure I can see the comments here. The coated knives, you just scared me. Kingston's right here. Kingston, say hello. Wave, look up there. Hello. The coated knives are the best. This is a coated knife. We have them in a full set. I want to say they're like $75 or $79 in the set. I love our coated knives. They are not dishwasher safe though, so if you buy them, do not buy them thinking that they are. But they are great if you can't afford our more experienced culinary knives. Our coated knives are the next step down, and I highly recommend them. We have tomato knife, utility knife, paring knife. They all come in the coated set. Yes, we are in the Phoenix area. We're in the northern Phoenix area near Desert Ridge. Yes, you guys, all these people in the grilling weather. Thelma, I'm going to double check and make sure, but I think so. I believe I have added it to a party that is open. People in the community don't know that I have a cooking show yet, and so some of them are coming out, looking at me, turning around and walking away so that they don't come this way. But eventually I'm sure they'll start huddling around whenever I go live to see what food I am making. All right, so we've got our potatoes cooking. We are going to get some of our mixes ready to go. Like I said, I'm gonna get the water from the potatoes out of here and get my 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm just gonna throw that on into this bowl here. Then we want garlic. We want, I think, almost 5 cloves of minced garlic, which I have right here. So I'm gonna grab these and I'm just gonna add them to my bowl so that it's ready to go into the skillet. Once our potatoes are done cooking, all of these ingredients are going to join the steak. Once our potatoes are fork tender, throw this garlic in here. If you don't have a garlic press and you like fresh garlic, get a garlic press. If you don't like to mess with fresh garlic, you guys can just use the pre-minced garlic that comes in the jar. That's what I used to use. There's nothing wrong with it. It has the same great flavor and ease of garlic. I just feel a little more fancy using fresh garlic when I cook. But sometimes it's nice with the minced garlic. It soaks in that juice, which then makes your garlic extra flavorful when you are cooking. We want some fresh herbs, it says. So you can kind of take them or leave them depending on what herbs you like. But we're going to use thyme, rosemary, and oregano. And what I'm going to do with these, and it says you want about a teaspoon of each of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a sprig or a stem of each of these. I'm going to strip them with my herb stripper, and then I'm going to throw them into my herb mill here, and I'm going to grind them up and then put them in my pan. I think I'm going to use 2 of the oregano, and here is the thyme, like so. Because you want about a teaspoon of these fresh herbs. They should be fresh when you're cooking like this. so that, flip these potatoes over. When you're cooking, you can tell they start to change colors when they are getting cooked on one side. I'll try and show you what I mean here. So if you guys can see it, you see that little oil line, my hand's shaky. That side, woo, that side has been cooked and this side hasn't. So try and stick that opposite side down onto your skillet the best you can. I didn't factor in how slippery these were gonna be. So I'm just gonna move them around and hope that they flip over on their own to get them nice and cooked. And we will be putting them back into the skillet, so if you undershoot your potatoes by a little bit, you'll be okay. So I'm gonna just take my herb mill here, pop the top off, and start adding these guys in here. If you have an herb mill and you haven't used it before, this does need to be in your herb mill for it to work. This is a very heavy weighted ball that helps push the very light herbs down into the blades as you spin it. So don't lose it, don't throw it out. Hello Barbara and Linda, how are you? It is my favorite tool as well. Yes, Crystal, there are 2 sets of knives. Hello Gina, how are you? All right, so we're just gonna get these herbs ready. You can use the herb stripper like I have here. Find the right thickness of the stem you have and just pull it through. It will pull your leaves off effortlessly, which makes my life a lot easier because I hate stripping herbs. I'll show you like that. All of those have come off. Throw them into my herb mill. Get these last ones off of here, like so.
Good.
Smells good?
Oh yeah.
Good. Those don't want to come off now, but we're just gonna pluck them off, like so. Throw those in there. Throw our oregano in there. If you don't like rosemary, don't like oregano, don't like one of these herbs, feel free to leave it out or replace it with an herb that you do like. Parsley, oregano, cilantro, any of those things are really great with steak. Anything that can really absorb into that butter and that olive oil is what I would recommend. We'll see if my herb stripper works on this. Woo! Yep, it did. Tossed them all over the place. Here we go. Get these little leaves in there. Try not to get any stems in there. Those potatoes smell so good. The butter and the olive oil making them smell delicious. This guy probably thinks I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. Hello, hello you guys. How are you, Sarah? Yes, this is a recipe to try if you are a fan of steak and potatoes, keeping it nice and simple. So I've got my herbs in there down at the bottom. You just pop this base back on. If you're gonna grind them up, make sure that you take this part off. Otherwise you'll be grinding into no man's land. You'll take this just like that. It's just like a cheese shredder. And you just go with it, grinding them all up. Just toss them around so that that ball can help get them out. And just like that, all of our herbs are gone. They're all diced up into my pan. I am making quite the mess out here, but we are going to transfer the potatoes into our pan in a second. So when it comes to putting our steak on the grill, we are going to just pluck the steak out of the marinade and leave the marinade behind. You will use the marinade if you want to. All you have to do is just pour it the last minute that you're cooking your steak to cook off any of that red meat juice that's in there to make it safe to eat. Normally, you know, with like chicken marinades and stuff like that, you cannot reuse it, but with a steak marinade, you can. Yes, Arizona outside. I'll give you guys a little bit of a swivel here if I can. Let's see, I'll loosen this part of my tripod. So here you guys go. That way, through that door leads to our apartment upstairs. There is our pool and hot tub and all that fun stuff. So there's the tour of the outside area. There's another, Can you spot the potato head? There is another grill outside right next to me. So if somebody else wanted to grill, there is a grill here, and on the other side there are 2 grills. So 4 grills total just for our one area we have. Here we go. Take this and put our taters in here. Yeah. Oop, threw a tater down. Scoop these out. It's fine to leave that butter and olive oil behind. That will just help with cooking our yummy herbs. I lost another potato. That one's a goner. So pull these off. If you like your potatoes a little less done, just keep that in mind as you're cooking. Test with a fork as you go. So there we go. I'm putting it in my insulated serving bowl to keep my taters warm, let them keep cooking, and keep them safe with the lid on. Yes, Cindy, thank you. All right, so here we go. Now it is time to put our steaks on the grill. We are gonna add in our butter, garlic, red pepper flakes, herbs. We are keeping the red pepper flakes out of this recipe for our kids. So if you wanna put the red pepper flakes in, you can, but since we are already using Sriracha for our marinade, we thought we'd leave the red pepper flakes out since the Sriracha is already so spicy. There we go. That smells so good. Oh, my garlic I dropped. Thank you. All right, so we've got our butter, our garlic marinating in here. Double check that I don't need some more oil. 2 tablespoons of butter, garlic, red pepper flakes, and fresh herbs. Then we are going to lay our steaks in a single layer. However, you like your steak cooked, but how long you cook it on the skillet. We like ours medium rare to medium, so I won't have it cooking there very long so that I don't run the risk of overcooking it. So we will lay them in one single layer, keeping the uncooked marinade off to the side. Cook them for about 1 minute each side until they're nice and brown. Right before the steak is done, you're gonna add the marinade, add the potatoes back in, and season with salt and pepper. Jennifer, hello, hello. We are through most of the recipe. We have our potatoes cooked. Our steak has been marinating. So now we are just gonna put them on the skillet here over medium-high heat in a single layer so that we can brown each side of them. Lay them here. These are my sauté tongs. They are so useful for jobs like these as long as the potatoes or the steak cooperate with me, which isn't all the time. But don't forget to leave a reaction on the post, because once the steak is done, we will pull our names for our giveaway. Turn this down. Find room for all these little pieces. When it comes to using a cast iron, please, once you put your protein down, leave it alone. Don't mess with it, don't flip it, don't turn it until it is ready. It'll give it a nice crispy browned outside. I promise you, you won't regret it. It didn't look like a lot of steak until I started putting it there on the grill. I think you guys could probably smell the amount of garlic from far, far away. It smells so, so good. Oh no, Jennifer, the time zone I'm sure got you guys. Arizona time stays the same time. We don't have a time change. That's why I do put Arizona time, because it is different depending on where you're at. how many hours apart. Like it's 3 hours apart in Rhode Island from here, 2 hours in North Dakota, 1 hour in California. I think we're all over the place. So I am grilling outside of my apartment. I am going to flip these steaks over shortly. I'm going to scoot this so that the heat is a little more centered. This side was cooking a little bit faster. Hello, Carrie, how are you? This is going to be so good. I'm just like trying to make room of where I'm going to put this once it's all cooked, because I don't want it to keep cooking in the pan. And I don't have pot holders. Babe, can you bring my silicone pot holders and the grabby ones? Thank you. All right, so we're gonna flip these guys over. You only need to cook them a minute on each side. Obviously, if you like them more done, you can definitely leave them on there longer so that you don't have any red in the middle, but we like ours less done, especially depending on what steak you're using too. If you have a steak that has a lot of fat content, letting that fat render at a high heat will always give you that really rich, buttery flavor. I'm no meat professional, so I might be leading you astray, but that is what I have been told as far as cooking steak. The flies are attacking. Here we go. Let these sides get their color. And then I'm gonna scooch all the steak together, make room for some taters, throw my marinade back in there, and away we go. Yep, see this side's cooked a little bit better than the other side. I'm gonna save this potato now and throw it so that it doesn't catch flame. Oh, I was hoping it was finally telling me the comments, but it's not. Hello, Betty, how are you? Jamie, hello. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Get these going. Looks and smells so good. So I'm gonna scoop these. Probably the more covered ones, just to be careful. So I'm going to add my marinade back in. This is my soy sauce, sriracha, pepper, marinade in here. Like I said, you can use coconut aminos if you cannot have the soy. We're going to throw our taters back in here as best I can without scalding myself with a splash of oil. There we go. Alright, that looks so good. Just some salt and pepper. Some salt. You don't need to add salt if you are using the soy sauce and coconut aminos. They are both very high in sodium, so just keep that in mind. I'm actually going to rotate this in the hopes that the potatoes will get hotter than the steak. So I turned off these two burners. I'm leaving this one on, hoping that those potatoes will keep browning and cooking on their side of the skillet, leaving these steaks a little less done. So that's it, you guys. I will kind of pop you over and let you take a look really fast. This is what it looks like. You can add your red pepper flakes. You can garnish with some of your fresh herbs that you would have had, or just add some more salt and pepper to the top to give it that real finished look from the grill. I'm gonna try and pop you guys back in for the giveaway. All right, here we go. We will get ready. We do like Arizona. It's been great. These tongs are super easy to use. I like they have a little piece in here that causes them to kind of spring back instead of the opposite way, but you can flip them like this. So straight, and then you can pick whether you want them to just be together or if you want them to be open with the spring on them. So I love those. They are new to Pampered Chef. They came out this spring, so I do recommend them. All right. Looks and smells so good, you guys. I am telling you, so yummy. I'm gonna just take a peek at these potatoes. I want to make sure they are nice and cooked up. Hi, baby. All right. Let those sit there. And we will do our giveaway. Yes, I'm glad you love them, Jennifer. So helpful in the kitchen when you got little baby shrimps or chicken fries coming out of the air fryer, on the stove, anytime you're trying to pick something up and you just feel like those other tongs just overwhelm them, or don't allow you to flip one at a time. I really think that they are very, very useful for being able to kind of individually flip things as you need to. So I'm just pulling the names off. We will do the giveaway. You do have to be present to win. You have 2 minutes to comment that you are here to claim your prize. If you have already won in the last 6 months, I will check my list of names. A couple of names will be coming off of the list in our new month. But until then, I've got my running list. I will check if you have won in the last 6 months. If you have, I will just pull another name. If you haven't, then you will be the winner and you have 2 minutes to claim your prize. All right. Names are being sorted and then we will get going. They really are. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Those tongs really are amazing and helpful. I love them. I use them a lot. I use all of my Pampered Chef utensils. I feel like that's what I collect the most from Pampered Chef, is all of my things in my utensil carrier. But here we go. Got these names. I don't know, but can you pick 2 numbers between 1 and 12? Huh? That's not between 1 and 12, silly goose. Daddy, will you help him pick 2 numbers? 1 and 12.
We're going to go with 1 and 9.
1 and 9. So I'm just going to pull this off, and then we will do our giveaway. Kind of stir my taters around, get that marinade on them. Perfect. Smells so good. These are my silicone mats from Pampered Chef. They come, or gloves. They come in 3 different sizes, which I love, as far as how protected you need your hand when you are grabbing stuff. So just be careful if you are cooking on your grill, not to grab the pan off the grill. You will scald your hands. And thank you, Michelle. You are so sweet. Arizona is awesome. We cannot complain. Yet we have been loving it. Let's turn this off. Turn our timer off. There we go. All right, here we go. 1 and 9 is going to be our winner today. So number 1, the first name, Twyla. Have you won in the last 6 months, Twyla? I don't think so, but we're just gonna double check here. Twyla has not. So Twyla, if you comment in the next 2 minutes, you will claim your prize. Twyla, if you are watching, Twyla, if you are here, just comment that you are here. Okay, now number 9. Oops. Number 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our winner is Paula. She has won in the last 6 months. I'm just going to double check. but I am sure. Paula. Here we go. Paula has one in the last 6 months, so we're gonna pull another name. Jody Han, we're gonna check and see if Jody has one in the last 6 months. Jody has one in the last 6 months. We're gonna pull another name. Here we go. Susan. Susan has one in the last 6 months, so we're gonna go again. Let me see. Twyla is here. Thank you, Twyla. Sandy, have you one in the last 6 months? Sandy, she has not. So, I don't see her name here. Sandy Johnson, if you are still watching, you have 2 minutes to comment that you are here. Sandy, Twyla has commented that she is here. So, Sandy is the next one. I know, Susan, you would have had another win, but we had to make that rule. So, we're going to just wait and see if Sandy is still here and watching to claim her prize. And then, if not, we will pull yet another name. I will let you guys see this. It looks so good. It smells so good. Those herbs, which I normally don't like rosemary, so I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. But for those of you that missed it, here is our butter steak and potatoes. It smells so good. So, so good. Like I said, if you don't like your steak as done, you can cook it for less time if you like it more done. Sandy is here. Congratulations. I am just going to take one of the pieces, cut into it to see how it is cooked. Always let your steak rest a little bit before slicing into it to let those juices marinate. It looks delicious, you guys. A little pink, ready to eat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in a couple of days. I haven't decided what day or what schedule is going to work now that we're here, but I will try and be on 3 days a week if possible. I do have tons of openings for May to have a Pampered Chef party, so if you've been thinking about it, just message me. I'll let you know what the rewards are and see if you are interested. Don't be shy, you guys. Philip, they're just teasing you with it coming before the win. I love all of the silicone mitts, you guys. Have an awesome night. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in a couple days.